voice. Okay, can you hear me now? All right, that looks good on the voice. I couldn't test it because I was on a screen with no sound. Hi, everybody. How's it going? Let me heat this back up. We're working our way through. So what I did, I ran out of thread, was finish sewing this row together and start to hook this together so that we would have a place to start tonight. And believe it or not, both the top and bobbin thread ran out at like the same time. Bizarre. Um, so let's see. Old has done. Hi, dog. What you doing? Hi. Can I scoop you up? Yeah, maybe? Oh, love. How are you? Want to say hi to everybody? Say hi. Hi. I'm Steve Kingsley. How are you? How are you? Yeah, do you want to go out? Hi, everybody. Hey, Nanette. Daisy just came said hi. We got pretty far. I altered a couple little spots. Let me hand the dog off to Angie Breezy, my pretty old baby. Look at my girl. Oh, you look so tired. Why are you walking around then, goofball? Yeah? Let's see if I can pass her off to another in the other room. Can I pass Daisy? I don't. Oh, all right. I'm back. Hey, everybody. Welcome those lurking around. Let's see. All right. I got all the way to the end. It was like, what the fuck? I don't have any freaking thread. Whoops. It's, oh, I still don't because I needed my readers and I went upstairs to get them. Oh my god, this is the way we're starting. I'm not threaded. Did you? I mean, I so did just a few minutes ago. Discord is on, I believe. Oh, let me get the link. Hold on. I have the link. I saved the link. Hold on. I got that. Paste. There we go. Discord link right there. For those that want to actually talk. Boogity boogity. Now let's see if I can. This is just a little off. All right. Third time's a charm. Let's pull this a little. All right. If any of you play games, Discord, not Discord, that's where we talk. Steam is having their summer sale. All right, let's see where we're at. Oh, well, shit. I suppose I should press that. Let's get the tablet pen out of the way. I'm just throwing shit, which means I'll have to move it again. Because that's how that works. Some extra thread back here. Oof. We want to take care of that while we're here. Sure. Not that I care how pretty the back is. Okay. Let's. Oh, that's making me. And I still haven't done. Alright, that's this section. Okay. So this ends up being. This book is falling apart. This is segment 11. Did I get that little? Yep. Okay. Now it says to make all the shit that we already made. Did we do this? 105? Yeah, 105, 106. We went all the way to this side here. Holy crap, we're on page 15. All right, let's. What do you want me to do here? Oh, let's pin. Let's pick this. Tuck it out of our way. Seriously? Okay. Now we're going to build the peak of the mountain with the sun in it and see how that looks. And then we'll have to decide. There's a section that I'm wondering if I should just paste. Anyway, kind of want to pinch clip this up. Oh, hey, I don't know where's a good place. Can you even see that, sort of? Okay. Well, I can see it too. So let's do this first. So that goes right in here. So 128. That seems like a really big. Oh, it's not. Unit 3. Okay. But which way is E on Unit 3? I guess we'll find out in a second. Unit 112. 111? Okay, 111 goes here, which means this goes like that. Ha! See? We can figure it out. 112. Let's see. 110 is going to go here. Now we're getting up into our stuff. Oh, I wrote on this. 121. Evidently, we're doing this all out of order. 118. No, 42. I was going to say, this is the right colors, but does it have the wrong name? But it makes our mountain, so that's that. Yay. Okay. 118 is this guy. Now we make our big diamond here. 115. I made that, didn't I? Oh, well, these are the small ones. Okay. And this is what I mean by small. It's quite a bit smaller, but this is going to go like that. So some of that we're going to have to cut on the fly, which I kind of figured, unless that's what's in this filing and stuff over here. No, that's all the screw-ups. Okay. So fun. Can't activate it? Let me click over and see if something looks funny. That's not where I want to be. Um, that didn't work, probably. I mean, I see you, but I don't hear anything. It says you're muted. Did you check your mute on your end? Because it's not something that it's allowing me to do. Okay, I'm gonna come back over here. Where's the chat window? All right, all right. What did we need? We need 127, which was the fucked up one, I believe. Okay. Yes. That is 1.5 by 2.5 and 1.5 by 3.5. I think we have to cut those. Yep, we do. That's okay because I still have a ton of scrap over here. Let's see if we can work it out at any of this shit. Not the one I was looking for, but we'll still. Okay, so that's one. Okay. I might be able to get that. I have some adhesive on the end of this piece, but I think, what the hell? I want that cut. The biggest one was 3.5, right? Yeah. Okay, and I am well away from the adhesive, so 1.5 by 3.5 goes this way. Oh, that's this little area is all messed up because we're trying. No, that's not where the mountain is. Okay, that's just fucked up. Is what that is. 126, which is gonna be a white and oh, so many pieces. All right, let's finish cutting this and then panic about. Oh, what was that noise? I think it was just in my headset, but it's like something wasn't working. Wah, 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 wah. uh, invoice. I don't want to mute myself. Wait, what's this? More, ignore, full, mutual server, invoice, view activity. I still have the shadowed mic on your end, but and it says muted, but it's not something that I can mute or unmute. Open voice. I don't know if that'll help. I don't know. This is the dumb. That's weird. Um, this is the blind leading the blind. Sorry. All right, so I need a 4.5. 1.5 inches. There's 1.5. Do, 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 do. And we gotta look at our blue because it looks like I need a 3.5, 1.5 by 2.5 blue piece. Two. It's two. Okay. All right. This goes here supposedly, and I'm supposed to have a same size, 1.5 by 2.5 of blue. Ooh, that looks promising. Well, why do I still have it clipped? All right, so that's gonna go here. It says I need 126 and an A, which is gonna be 4.5. What is that? 1.5 by 2.5. Oh, okay, right here. Yay, got that. But it's this piece. 126. What's 126? Oh, this tiny dude. I'm not used to the tiny shit, but it's what they do to fill in around in between the mountain and the sun, I guess. All right, so that is unit 128. All right, are we sewing that before we lay out some of the other stuff? Maybe. These pieces of paper. Oh my God. Yeah, you want to show Marty how you track shit. Jeez, this is insane. All right. Camcorder? No. Tablet. Yup. What's the matter? She's just wet? She's all wet. Okay. Right. Okay. It's looking good, guys. I mean, there's still a possibility that I'll pick this apart and change the damn sun. Probably not at this point. Yep, I can now hear myself. So I think I can hear you now, Sarah. Yay! Okay. God, there was a big delay. Okay. This is a fun little section. Lots of crap. And I got four of you. Hello. Oh, so I posted in the notes here the link to the poll I'm doing on the page to see what the next project is. So vote when you get a chance. Hey, Days. You gonna try to sew? No? Gonna give up on the pedal then? Alright. Look at the cute stuff. Alright. I think it was like that, right? Yeah. Yep. Okay. Dang it. Oh, let's just figure out how to post on YouTube the play. Shouldn't be too hard. How's it going, Daisy? What are you doing over here? Was it you that did the rim shot there, Sarah? What was that? I'll have to go screw around with that and see what I can find. All right, let's put this up. I'm gonna put it lower though, so that we can put the stuff above it. Okay. Would you like me to scoop you up, Miss Daisy? Are you all wet? Hmm? You want me to hold you? Not usually very long. You're usually the I want down. Yeah. Thank you. How's it going, you? What you doing? Was you wet out? Did you get all wet? You're drying off now. Got a knot right there. Gotta get that little dreadlock. All right. Can we get you to bed? Do. Oops. Running into shit. There you go, baby. On your dry bed. Not pee on it or anything. Okay. Moving it down so we can put stuff above. Tablet. Should be coming out underneath the tube. I am going to break my neck trying to get from the upper floor to the lower floor because I've got all this shit barricaded so she won't fall off the ramp or walk right the fuck off the side of the ramp. But it means I got to span a bigger distance when I get down. And you don't like that shit. I might try acupuncture. I've done it before. I've had help relief with it. But maybe it'll help with this weird niche. Oh, we never opened this tiny one. These 3/4 inch flying geese just slay me. The dog ears are bigger than the. It doesn't, but since I was creating all of the others, it was like, fuck it, let's do this too. But now we've got I've got a couple. I don't know. I gotta do something with them now. Even if I fucking glue them on something, those are too small. I, oh, there we go. I mean, it's not that hard. And multiple ways to do it. All right. Do I have that laid out correctly? Ah, drunken sailor over there. All right. We're gonna put these two together, and then these two can hook to the bottom. Then this has got to be its own section. Okay. Don't want to run over your toesies. I'm sitting really crooked so that I didn't have to roll when she was over here. And now my numbers came up because I finally pressed it. Hey, that's this. I like got home and I was like, okay. Took all my stuff over to the couch, set it up on the where I sit, and put my shit on the end table, and carried my tea over there. And like, I'm gonna just sit and it's Thursday. I gotta go live. Well, guess I'm not doing that. Alright. Yes, you did. Well, my last one I cut at 1:22, so I didn't do a full 2 hours last on Monday. So, yeah. All right. How is this? How do you want me to do this? I'm happy with it. It's still a little weird, but we'll see when we get the sun all up there if I still like it. I did what worked. Looks the colors look good. It's just not what I wanted, and I don't want to stand back and look at it and go, I should have done what I wanted. So even though it works, I might end up screwing it all up, taking it apart. Who knows? At least I'm pretty sure that Bree thinks I'm going to do that. But I've gone looking on Etsy and stuff for back quarters or just really this color of batik, and I'm not using the right terminology, and it's so hard to know color online. That sucks. Well, Rhonda and I were looking, I guess it was yesterday, um, Whoops, I suppose that's got to go the other way. Um, we were looking at some really cheap options to do on the ceiling in the shipping office. Because if you look up, it is actually contact paper up there. And this is 100% lipstick pig thing. But I found these sticky, basically stickers, but they look like mosaic tile. And I'm like, okay, that one's speaking to me. I kind of like that one. Yeah, look at that. That's a pattern that as you put each square down, it just continues on, snakes on. No real definite frames around each square because I know that bitch isn't going to be square. And I don't want it to be that obvious. So I'm like, okay, yep, let's do this one. They're a good price, everything. We go to look at the reviews on it, and they're like, I don't know how you could fuck this up, but it's not shiny. Like they didn't put the coating over it, the shiny coating over the sticker, and so it's just this dull shit. Like, I don't want that. And back to the drawing. There, now we have it. Okay, that was an interesting little assembly. And now we get to lay out some stuff and see it come together again. In the sun now. Um, oh, we're not that done. Damn it. I thought we were further done. Okay. So, psych. Let's come back here and we will hook these three sections together. So first, it's this. Glasses on. One clip. Please, a small one. Okay. I'm going to line that seam up now that I made it press the other way. Okay. Flash, huh? You know, there's something about this week. I have gone. Okay, well, first of all, I have had a mild migraine. I don't know that I want to call it a migraine, other than I have more symptoms than pain. But I've had vertigo. I've had it kick in on Sunday night, and then I've been fighting it all week. But I've been asleep long before I normally am, almost all week. Oh, it sucks ass. Do we have a full moon? No, we would have a no moon, maybe, right? I was trying to think what I saw last time I took the dog out in the middle of the night. Because that could be the answer. Wacko shit. Well, to me, there's a lot of barometric pressure changes, and when that happens, I hurt. My kid is down today, too. Oh, I gotta get a hold of Sandy and Holly and inform them of new day camp week in September. Okay, all right. Now we have a big section. Jen from last week posted something funny. I'm gonna put it on the page later. Can't remember everything it said, but it was enough that I'm like stealing and saved it. So there'll be a funny coming up. All right, let's try this again. So this is our fun little section. We just Hey, all six of you. How's it going? Oh, I guess maybe we shouldn't put it that low. We've got two little sections. Or is that this? No. Okay. Where does that go? Segment 11. Okay, we're working on the one above it. All right. All right. All right. So this is going to come up just a little bit. Let's figure out what goes below. Being as you're watching there, Sarah, shout out at me if you see anybody ask a question that I missed. Because my back is to the 113. Oh, that doesn't look right. Oh, because that's 109, not 107. That's why it doesn't look right. That's okay. It does look better. It is wonky. That's right. That's why you're watching my head, but they do change the angle of the peak there. So that's why it seems wonky. And this is wonky though. This is the right color. That should have been. There's something wrong with the colors. So 112 should then be, oh, because we're in the wrong spot. Part of it. I'm trying to hook the wrong thing. Yeah, I I am putting this up here, which is incorrect. That's where that went. 105. And all right, 105 and 106. 108 is a weird shaped small dude, which is going to do that. That's wrong. That's wrong. Let me look at that a second. So that should have gone, that's right. This should have been this white color. That's easy enough to fix. I mean, if that's the only thing I fucked up, I mean, really, yay me. So once I fix that one piece, 2.5 by 4.5, and that's going to be this color. It's probably this, but I think, hi, Daisy. We might have to go back to 109. Where is 110, 109? One page back. Hi, Daisy. That was a 1.5 inch square right there. That's not going to be too hard. It's a bitch, but it's not going to be too hard. Daisy, my love, what are you doing? Hmm? Michael just cracked a beer. Yeah, let's see. Let me go back just a little bit further. Oh, you know what though? Oh no, never mind. I was like, oh, this is going to give me another half square triangle. No, it isn't. It would if it was done right. So now we have a half square triangle proving that we did something wrong. Maybe I should throw that one away. Daisy, I'd love you to pieces. You need a bath. I know you don't like it. You need a bath. Get your do. Just deal. Okay, I needed ready to roll anywhere. I don't want to roll over her feet. Yeah, hi. What are you tripping on now? Oh, wait a minute. I had a couple more pieces set on the other side that didn't somehow get condensed. I have it. Yay! Yeah, I should crazy quilt the scrap shit together and funky half square triangles and all that. Uh, piece it into a block. Oh yeah. Well, I'm definitely that is the plan with um um that is the plan with my what's that big ass one that all of us did and I'm the only bitch that hasn't finished it. Um I gotta think of the name of it. Cool. Anyway, it's there were so many fuck ups. Like we had to do a Ohio star for the center, but all the math was wrong. So we do this teeny tiny little Ohio star just to find out that the math was wrong and it's too big and we need to make another one. I have like four teeny tiny Ohio stars and all this. Nope, that's the wrong size. Nope, that's this. Okay. Be great if I guess because that one we chose to do the hard pattern. When we're like, oh, we all want to make one of those. Yes, teach us. Oh, great one. And she's like, I can teach you, but the pattern I used was a bitch. I should have rewrote it. There's these other ones that look much easier. Oh no, we want ours to look like yours. So we knew exactly what we were getting into, and then we bitched about it the entire time. So it's kind of like I have to put it on the back. It's just like asking for it. Yeah, I've got some orphan blocks too. I'm always wondering what to do with the orphan blocks. Okay. All right. Go to webcam. Okay, let's see if this looks better now. Why, looky there. It's all the right fabric. It looks janky because I gotta get the seam allowances in there. But at least it's the right color in the right freaking spot. Although, now I don't know what page I was on. Found it. Found it! Oh, I got 8 people watching. Howdy! Are you watching the puzzle go together? Watching me scratch my head and go, really? What the fuck? So we get to use some of our sky pieces here that may or may not be kept. So I need a, this is the center. How many 4.5-inch blocks? 3 4.5-inch blocks, which I do have, but I don't think I got a 3.5-inch block because I'm cutting a 3. I'm going to end up using all of this outer orange for the sun here. It's the right color. Three and a half. Cutter. Miss Daisy. You tripping on shit over here? Ugh, I was listening to that podcast I was telling Marty about, and of course, get me all into it. It's freaking 3-parter. Like, you assholes. Now I gotta wait a week just to get part 2. Well, that's kind of mean. Okay, this does end up moving to be 3.5, which I waited specifically to cut it down. Let's look at this first. If this is going to go in here, do I want it darker? What sides am I cutting off? All right, that's going to go in there. So let's make us happy and just line the sun part up. Yeah? Okay. Well, that's good. Correction, I needed 2 3.5 inches. Good thing it's right here. Well, it's beautiful fabric, so it'll be nice when it's all done. He'll love it. Oh, yeah, that's doable. This year? No. Next year? Sure. Who knows? Absolutely, it's possible. Okay. You're watching me cut. I never flipped the camera over. All right, I better be done with the 3.5 inches because I forgot to cut them in the first place, but now I continually not have enough. Okay, 119 is this one. Go there. 123 here. And maybe somewhere I have do. Amazing. 2.5 inch blue square. Okay, that's the code. This is the right size. Wasn't sure that was the right size, but it is. All right, there's that. So technically, that's a section. And then I piece a little piece. These two go together, and then there's a whole one up there. They're just all the ways these things go together. 24 and 120. And hopefully another 2.5 inch square. Nope, nope, nope. All right, well, let's get the other stuff, and if we get there, then I need to do 2.5 inch square. So let's do this row. Hey, let's just transfer it to the board. We got something must be funny. My kids just lost their shit. Hi, Daisy. How's it going? You are pacing. That's okay. You know what that means? That means you'll be very sleepy when it's bedtime. If you will just lay down. Now, you do know that I said that it's not going to happen tonight. She'll be revved up for some reason. All right, so they want this put together as one unit, this together, and this strip together. So, okay. Roll. I gotta move. Hi, Dave. No, she's right between my legs. Oh no. Oh no. I'm like afraid I'm gonna roll on her. How's it going, Dave? Cooper. Good. Can't move yet, honey. Now, I tried when I put this whole desk here to, there's a spot underneath the desk with the cutting board on it beside the computer tower that it would be a perfect spot for her to sleep. It's dark, the bright light wouldn't get her. Lots of wonderful reasons why to use that spot. She can't find it. She goes to where her bed is supposed to be, and if it's not there, she just lays on the hard floor. Like, okay, I can't make you do that. So, yay, rock and roll. Yeah, it's hard. I'm very sorry about that. I hate the pain of that because we let them in and they take up a lot of space. Oh, that's part of the reason why you left. All right. If which way does this go? This goes like this. Okay, I won't have to worry about that seam, but I will on this one. So let's just make you do what you want to do. Just go both directions. All right. Put these two together. Well, we are definitely at the point where we are going to decide whether we have to rewrite this or not. Which I know I keep wording it that way. I think I already know that we're changing it. I'm going to make so much work for me. Why? Why? Okay. Line up a little better. Beautiful. Well, it sounds like Kathy's been in aphid for a bunch of days, changing her meds. Can't quite get her out of it. You know, right? I want to fix that. All right, damn it. If it didn't look like I really had the room on either side, I wouldn't even worry about it because it's close enough. But being as I have plenty of, just take a little shift, an eighth of an inch or a 16th. I know. Picky. I'm not doing my done is better than perfect on this one. Bonk. We should have a soundtrack for you, Daisy. When you bump into things, have it make noise. Like if you fall over, there's one noise. If you bunk your head into something, that's a noise. Get trapped underneath the frickin' table, that's a noise. The chairs elude her because it's got the crossbars between the four legs, and she just gets tangled in it. She's like, I should be able to just walk through here. What do you mean I can't? That's a good one. Yeah, but I need the soundtrack here with Daisy. So I read this book. Did I give the Daisy trying to walk into the sun? Did I talk about that last week? Or I guess it's still the same freaking week. God damn, it's a long week. Um, so there's in this book that I absolutely love, and I have read 1,000 times. Um, these beings are very old, and they have been kind of working together for hundreds, if not more, years. And so, you know, they hate each other in a way and tease each other and pranks and shit. So, Yev is an Irish woman, and she's technically an Alicorn, and she has precise throwing rocks. And so, if somebody comes down the street to gawk at the house, she throws rocks at them. But she's always trying to get Edgar, the ancient vampire gardener. I mean, that makes sense. Um, anyway, he's dumb as, I'll say, a box of rocks. And every time he fucks up something, he asks to be retired. And retired in vampire speak is kill him. And but yeah, loves to pick on him. This guy has been crocheting doilies for like 200 years, and he still can't get around one. Yeah, it's what the hell. So Yev, being her, goes and dumps a bunch of nails in the yard, and Edgar comes around to do his gardening and is trying to mow, and he keeps hitting the nail and tring, and it gets embedded in his leg or shot off over here, and he just puts his head down and he plows on. And when the mistress of the house comes out, she's like, "You stay over there, Jesse. It's not safe over here. I got this." And Harry's going, "What the hell's going on?" And Yev is rolling on the ground because she's the one that threw the nails in it. But he's still going. And that's what Daisy does. Once I compared the two the other day. If you set her in the shade, she will walk around. When she hits that demarcation line that this is your fine edge between bright as light and shade, she will flinch back and keep plowing forward. I just can hear Edgar getting bombarded with these nails. I got it. I can keep going. When all she has to do is turn and just continue walking in the shade. It's like it should be a no-brainer. Uber. Alright, this little part's cute. That's enough. Let's let's hit that again. Sure. Oh, I didn't pay attention. Well, now that I did that, I'm gonna force it to go the other way. Yay! Fuck it all up. Why not? It's so funny to hear Jen talk about her first glimpse of me. She had to pick one that started with "Welcome to the shit show." Nope, she goes, just click any one of them. Okay. So that she's like, okay, found my people. It's fine when it's anonymous, and I don't run across anybody that really watches. You're used to seeing me on the screen, and I'm used to that, but to have I had somebody, a couple people during the hop were like, oh yeah, I watch you, you're a star, or you're a movie star, or you're what famous, or whatever they said. I was like, let's just, well, do we see a problem? Thank you. I was waiting for it to be seen. Yeah, I think the funny thing is the youngs, when they start and they see us that can sit for quite a while without fucking something up if we're on top of things. And they're like, I know it's just like, oh well, you never fuck up. Seasoned actors, you never miss a line. What the hell you don't. If the machine works, you must have to rip it out at some point. Daisy, how's it going? Yeah, no question that we had to move this one. The previous one probably didn't need to pick it out. I like how I moved the boards. Oops. How you doing there, Days? That was quite the entrance. You cool? All right. Well, do you have your headband on and your trainers and you're all ready to walk them all? I picture this white-haired little old lady in a pink tracksuit walking the mall. I'd get a store. I'd get from the car to the mall, and that would be it. That's enough. I bet. All right, let's get all these little. Yeah. Rhonda is looking into being, and at first, well, I didn't think anything bad about it, but it was kind of a what kind of a thought? Well, that better come out. Okay, this comes down here. She is looking at possibly being a death doula. And I had to think about that. I had to think about what a doula is. And actually, it's actually not a bad idea. To have somebody help. I mean, she wouldn't be medically trained. It would be that I can sit with them while you go get some air. Go get that cup of coffee. And yeah, I can help with this and this. I'll explain what happens. And I don't know. It's an interesting thought. Hmm. Yeah, yeah. It would be somebody that I mean, because like a doula is like a birth coach. It's just you don't have the medical or anything, but it's still that I'm here to help you through this and you know give you support. I mean, what if you were like somebody whose family was further away? Yeah, well, that's interesting. Of course, the one little webinar that she watched yesterday wanted her to drop like $6,000 for some program. She's like, yeah, no, I don't know. I think no. I think no. I think that's right. All right, so that can probably. Hi, Days. Sewn on the correct side? Absolutely. Absolutely. So let's do this part. And then I can piece together that bottom part. I'll just move that to the board like I did the other. Get this spot on here. Because there were spots in the last sun that I wasn't happy with. But then I did they're 20 something. You be happy I put this much work into something for you. Don't pick it apart. Crazy. Okay, so let's press this. Okay, I see. There we go. Not too bad. Not exact, but pretty good. Only one spot seems a little off, and I can fudge that. Yay! Let's figure out how to get all this to the board. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All eyes on me. Which they kind of are. Down to 4 of ya. Hope everybody's having a good evening. All right, how do they actually want this put together? Oh, this is 2 sections. So this is 1. Paper, paper, paper. So much paper. Gosh, if we pick one of the paper piecing things as the next project, I'm going to have to get a couple episodes in of just us picking the fabrics. Because that's a bitch to do, and everybody should see how hard it is. Okay. I'm getting excited. It's getting so close to the end here. This has been a long, drawn out project here. Yeah, it's still 4 hours a week though, almost. Because it's not like I sit down for 10 minutes and then go do something else. Almost 2 hours. Okay. I get more done now from the live because it forces me to sit in here at the sewing machine. Right. Well, that would be a lovely side benefit. Mm. God, that's what that lady on the phone. Oh my God. There's a lady called while you guys were still at the shop, and she was wanting to move out from, yeah. Anyway, her. And so on the phone, she's like, well, I want to buy, and, I'm in Arizona, but you guys don't have any 55 and over communities up there. I'm like, well, there's one in Scappoose. I don't know what you're talking about. She goes, I looked all over. All I could find is ones in Portland. So she's like, well, this is a cell phone number. If you can find any information on anything, text me. I'm like, okay, well, this number is a cell phone number too. So there you go. And so while I'm talking to her, I'm looking up the one in Scappoose. So I send her the link, like less than 5 minutes after getting off the phone with her. To which I get a response, who is this? Well, is this Brenda? Is this Jamie? Yeah. I'm like, oh, okay. This could be good. Yeah, keep busy. I think it's great. I just don't have time. I'm more than happy to have my shop used and that sort of thing. I just don't have time to plan it. Right. Easy. Like a good boy. Yeah, I like him. Although I can't just always sit and talk with him for an hour either when he comes in. So it's like, I love you. We'll, we'll have to get you doing something so that I can just swing by and check on you. Good. All right. That to the thing. Okay, so okay, that's right. Some people just do, and I I am not there. I'm okay on a one-on-one basis and stuff. It's like the second you call it a class, though, then I get anxious. But I could, yeah, perfect. Yeah. Well, I've had three, four, basically, in one class, but she sat down with Bree because she's Bree's friend, and basically Bree answered any of her questions if she had it. She just happened to be sitting in class. But I acted, yeah, three on the beginning quilting, and that's cool. I'm okay with that. But I did a beginning paper piecing, and that was like 10 people, and that was too many. Thank God credit was there, because that was kind of terrifying. All right, let's change. All right, so curiosity. All right, this goes like roughly, yeah, because it forms that weird diamond right there. So that goes there. This comes down here. Yep, and that all connects right there because there's an extra piece here. Ah, look at there. That's cool. I gotta do a few flying geese for the top of this, and then this is done. So I need 278. I will need, I will need a square blue, but we can finish this column. Now it's gonna go up top. 78, which is why I love this kind of board. All right, 78, and wherever we end is 78. And we're going to do 6. I don't know why these changed numbers halfway through. 1 for the 6s. 177. It's so many. And 77, and then a 7. Maybe. Okay, that's that top row. That's too big for. Oh, that goes on. All right, can't use that one yet. I mean, we can still sew it together, but that's going to go across the full sun. Fine. Hi, Watson. What are you doing? Are you being silly? Can I get? I don't think that's. Nope. Bummer. What's going on with you, Waddy Wad? Oh, dropping shit. Where are we at? 123. Your sister's just pacing. All right, that goes there. We're going to do that. That and that. I love how that unit works. Ding. And then we've got the whole bottom one that we didn't put up, which is 125, 122, and I need another stupid 2.5-inch square. Wait. I didn't have to cut as much. How do I word that to make sense? Last time I cut everything and sat down and realized I forgot a bunch of shit. I forgot more last time than I have this time, which is kind of weird to say it like that, but it's true. Okay. I think, how far down do we have to come from this? I don't know if I want to get all the way done with this little sun section. I want to get the sun done, but I don't know if I want to get the stuff underneath it for tonight. 3, 1, 103, 101 must be this. Oh, wait, no, that's the 2. Maybe I should put these in order. Huh? How bizarre. And then this tiny little tube comes in here. And then I need something small beside it. 1.5 by 2.5. And I don't think those are cut either. I got a big blue piece. All right, whatever. Let's just finish this sun. Let's see how we feel. Okay, there's. Yeah, I kind of thought it would be nice to be able to get, that piece sewn on, but I don't know that that'll happen. That's true. Uh, this. Oh, I hear Daisy go buttons. She's coming back this way. All right, that's gonna be. Mm, yeah, coming together. Just imagine if I had a laser pointer. That does make things difficult. Should turn on one of those because I think there's some on. There's several things, but there's stations that will show things specifically for cats or dogs. Those are fun. Hey, Miss Daisy, did you tumble down in? She's up now. That's right, you're on a delay. Yep, she tipped over, but managed to get up on her own. Is that nudge, nudge, wink, wink? You know that I'm still here and you're not bowing to my whims? Is that what that is? No? There was a point in time, Eve and I were talking about it yesterday, where if she heard the sewing machine going, she would sit outside and cry. And I thought it was the sewing machine. So I even tried going from the new brother to this old one so that there was no computer sounds. So we didn't know if there was something high pitched. I turned off the LED lights. We tried everything. And then we also noticed that she started doing it just if I was in here. Like, that's not fair. This is my fucking hobby. I like doing this. So I went through a phase where I didn't like sew at all at home. because especially in the winter. In the summer, there were times I'd do it because I'm like, it's nice out here. Okay. But okay, did it again. Oops. Well, it wasn't perfect anyway. No problem. Then I gotta take it out. We must definitely be at the end. Is did you send pictures of the cat? I wondered. Oh my gosh, she is. Look at that. No, no, I think it's cute. Look at her. Aw, what a cutie. And I sewed this on the wrong side. So I have a, yep, damn it. I did. So it is a good stopping point, but I can get this sewn on the other side and it sewn to the big piece and we're done. Probably. But I got 6 of you. I appreciate you all. Thanks for subbing and liking and sharing. And if you haven't, please do. It's how that's the language of love anymore these days. Seems weird, but all the hoops that once the algorithm realizes if we just do this, then that's not enough anymore. So it always changes, but okay. Press that. Yeah. Whoa, hey Dave, how's it going? I'm hearing him too. Well, for some reason it fits much better on this side. It shouldn't, but it's the same width. I mean, I don't know. It's better on the side. As soon as I was pressing it, I'm like, crack, 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 crack. Miss Daisy, having trouble there in the corner? Yeah, she has. She seems to be a little more active, so I'm wondering what has shifted. I'm happy about it, but I cringe every time she falls off the step into the living room. This she has a ramp. The other sunken room, she just starts walking towards that side of the house, and then blam, she's down the step. There's no, I would have to go 20 feet wide ramp. It's like she has a section that she can get down, but she doesn't always see to do it. And we had to put it back because when we put in the floor, we removed the way the stones were and everything to get to the pet door. It's kind of hokey, but it works. And she couldn't find it. She'd get down in the lower part and be stuck and couldn't get out. Like you have to put that back. You have to. Why? Why isn't it fixed? Was there a reason? Is it okay? Can we put it back until she's gone, and then you can rebuild whatever you want. The other girls will figure it out. Okay. Jeez. right? Wow, I'm already breaking my neck trying to hop over that ramp to get into the lower part here where my sewing table is because I have to hop and land past the ramp. And if I lead with the left, I don't know if my knee's going to hold me, but then I have to push off a little with the left to lunge that far with the other side. That's just kind of sucky duty. All right, we have a sun almost. There we go. He wasn't. We've already decided that. He got most of his shit from scrap bins, and I mean, like, even so far as I don't think I overly noticed it until right now when I'm looking at getting a a window air conditioner for Michael. But my window and my bedroom, they're on opposite ends of the front of the house. So, I mean, they're both seen. And mine has windows that go up and down, and his has windows that go side to side. And that was the easy shit. Those were free. And this whole the side of the house that's this one, because this is the outside wall, um, was all these short pieces nailed in, so none of them went into studs. So it just worked themselves right out, and the deck wasn't pressure treated. The fucking appliances in here were 20 years old. A 6-year old house, 20-year-old appliances. He took all of the good stuff out and put in shit. It's a good thing he moved, or I would have went to jail for assault if I would have run into him like in the grocery store or something. And be like, what the fuck did you do to this house? But now we can't even find him. There's no final home inspection. There's no house plan. Really made it difficult for one to remodel. So, yay. All right, this is the section that's going to go here that will probably be destroyed in the process of making it become a mountain somehow in there. But we're going to try to figure out how to. So I'm going to sew them lightly because I'll have to be taking some shit out. So we'll sew it so we can get the right seam allowances, and then we'll do like we did before and draw chalk on it and see how that works. So we can fix our stupid little sections like that one and that one. The little things that bug me. All right, that's it. I'm toast. I'm done. It's been a long day, and it is. I'm happy with it. But now, even looking at the screen, I can see that this what is. I'm gonna play. I'm gonna play. She did a beautiful pattern, but I'm gonna play with it now. All right. I will see you Wednesday. Was it or no? Wednesday. Okay. Okay. Okie dokie. I will see you Wednesday then. All right. You too. Bye.